This is really cool. For anyone who doesn't know what LEGO Ideas is, it's basically this online community created by the LEGO company where people can, whether with actual LEGO bricks or using one of their 3D models, can create these ideas, these pitches for projects that should be made and distributed and released by LEGO. So if anyone, I don't know, saw there was a pretty popular set of The Office, the TV show. They made a Lego set of The Office. That was created by someone on LEGO Ideas. It was just, kind of a random fan of LEGO built that model, pitched it, it got approved. Then they worked with LEGO to create and actually release that product. There's been a number of other things like that as well. The Office is the one I know the most because that's one of the ones I have as a Lego set, but there have been other ones as well. I think there was like a typewriter. We'll get into kind of the process for how that even happens, because obviously anyone can just create an account and pitch something like this. You have to get a lot of like fans behind it, but this is really cool. I mean, I really want Tyler Joseph and Josh Dunn in Lego. But yeah, so this is the Stressed Out house from the Stressed Out music video. We've got them in their blurry face, stressed out era outfits, Tyler and Josh and their big wheels and the drum set, and then the house here. And then at the back, we have sort of these little snapshots from various music videos from that era. So we've got Tear My Heart. Look, that looks like the Vessel era. That looks like sort of supposed to be a tribute to the self-titled album cover. Then we've got The Room, where they play and Stressed Out. A Heathens tribute. I'm not entirely sure what these two are supposed to be. I guess that's kind of our front door. But yeah, this is really cool. Got the skeleton outfits here. Yeah, his brother back there as well. It could be cool if there was even more done with the back. This is a little shallow. Obviously, it's a smaller set. This is a really cool room in and of itself, but even just kind of building out these a bit more, having a bit more to the Vessel era one in some way. I don't know if I would go with the Tear Not My Heart music video. Obviously, it's a very iconic shot, but I think you could do some cooler things. But this gives me a lot of hope, because if something like this could get approved and they make it and distribute a 21 Pilots product and it does well, one, we could actually get the proper faces of Tyler and Josh in this, right? Obviously, these faces are already existing Lego minifigure heads. But if they actually turn this into a product, I'm sure they would work with Tyler and Josh, because that's what they've done in the past, to get more realistic looking faces modeled more after those individuals than we have here. That's something that happened with The Office. If you look back at the original pitches of that Lego set, all the characters have sort of weird faces because they're just taking existing minifigure heads to make the characters. And then they obviously worked with NBC to model those new minifigure faces off of the actual characters. So hopefully that'll be something that they would do. And then we would have officially released Tyler and Josh in Lego. That would be really cool. But what's also really cool is this project is actually doing very well. Again, you see a lot of pitches on Lego Ideas. I used to more actively follow Lego Ideas and support ideas. Nothing I ever supported actually got approved. You often don't really see much growth. I looked at this yesterday or earlier today, and it was approaching 5,000. That was its next milestone. It was sitting around here, and now it's well past 5,000 in less than 24 hours. And so basically how this works is you have a certain period of time to reach 100, certain period of time to reach 1,000, certain period of time to reach 5,000 followers and supporters of this idea. If you get 10,000 in the next 608 days, then I think it gets sent off and looked at by Lego admins, and then they kind of decide if it's something they want to approach making into a product. And Haley Bailey just said exactly what I was thinking. If this gets approved, it increases the chances that we could get a Lego Dima set, especially if it sells well. I have no idea if it will, right? Certainly something like a Lego set of The Office is going to be much more popular than a 21 Pilots Lego set, just by nature of the fan bases, but that would be really cool. A Lego Dima, or at the very least, some kind of scene within Dima, even if we don't get a full Dima. The tower, right, with Nico and Clancy and the Torchbearer and some Banditos. That'd be awesome. Obviously, a huge Dima set would be really cool as well, but that's a little less likely for something specific to 21 Pilots. But anyway, this is actually doing surprisingly well. I don't think it's the first time a 21 Pilots themed set has been pitched, but I think this is doing much better than they normally do. So anyone who has a Lego Ideas account, anyone who can easily make a Lego Ideas account, which I think is most people, go support this. It'd be really cool to get this. It'd be really cool to have this, put it right here, So I really hope this gets approved and actually turned into a Lego set. But at the very least, I wanted to kind of just shed more light on it. Hopefully we can get some more traction going on it as well. I think that'll be awesome.